They killed savagely and without reason, and they never forgot to write. Like a trail of blood, they left a trail of letters to the press and the police, intended to taunt and terrify. Los Angeles handwriting expert Sheila Lowe believes that, like the DNA in a bloodstain, the letters from serial killers can reveal not only their murderous intent, but also their identities.
What I'm looking at is the way the writing is spaced on the paper, the arrangement, the form of the writing, which is the style that you use.
It's a new science called graphology, and with it, Sheila puts together personality profiles, which might have helped police apprehend these killers in their day. Words haunt us almost as much as his crimes. He killed at least 7 female prostitutes, and the letters he wrote remain as tantalizing clues to a killer who was never caught. Of the hundreds of letters received, most written by copycats, experts now believe less than half a dozen are genuine. A few of those were written in red ink. In one, he gave his return address from hell.
There were over 600 letters sent in after the first letter was publicized. But this one that I looked at, the Lusk letter, was the only one that was not signed Jack the Ripper. And so it's generally accepted as genuine.
The letter was addressed to Mr. Lusk, a man believed to be the head of a vigilante group in Whitechapel, England, where Jack the Ripper stalked his victims.
This is Jack the Ripper. You can certainly see the potential for violence. This very long and sharp slashing lower loops. And this is a sign of aggression. And because of where it appears, it's hidden aggression that pops out suddenly and unexpectedly. The slow writing shows lower intelligence. The writing looks more like what you'd expect of a mentally ill serial killer than any of the others that I've seen.
Starting in 1966, the Zodiac Killer terrorized San Francisco with a trail of at least 9 murders. 3 of his bizarre letters were written in code. One read, "I like killing because it is so much fun." The Zodiac Killer was never caught, but for Sheila Lowe, the killer's handwriting offers a chilling glimpse into a twisted psyche.
One of the individual characteristics that's very important is the way some letters, particularly the letter D, just falls over on its side. And some graphologists call that maniac letters. It's a real big danger sign of somebody who's going to act out explosively. The spacing is problematic because there's sudden wide spacing between the words. And this is a sign of somebody who is emotionally cold. They lack connections to others. It's like emotional isolation.
In 1977, a killer signed his letters Son of Sam, and suddenly, the Angel of Death had a new name. He gunned down 6 innocent victims with a .44 caliber pistol, and like a smoking gun, his letters are evidence of a mind obsessed with murder.
I'm the Son of Sam. I'm a monster. Goodbye and good night. Bang, bang, bang. Yours in murder.
In general, the writing is very uneven in size. We've got here in the word blood, a very small O right next to a very large one. And so this unevenness is a sign of uneven behavior. Here on the letter L, where we don't expect to see an angle, there's a very sharp angle, and that's a sign of aggression. There's also what I would call pop-up letters, where they actually jump up above the other letters. And this is a sign of somebody who inappropriately acts out.
The Son of Sam murderer was finally caught. His real name, David Berkowitz. His demented letters reflected a mind in meltdown. Although graphology has become increasingly accepted in modern forensics, it can be a study in frustration because other evidence criminals leave by accident. But a killer's letter is a deliberate and hostile act. And like a PS to each of them, the letters of serial killers all hold a disturbing message. I'm right here. Catch me if you can.